Hello and again welcome, Internet people. My name is Ryan, and today we are going to be playing some exciting and delicious and absolutely fabulous Mother 3. Look at these people. Are they the best? It's kind of interesting. This is something that I kind of thought was a little bit weird, but how the game I'm not quite sure if the Magypsies, these, I guess, magic gypsies, that seems offensive. But I'm not sure if in the Mother 3 world, if these are like the butt of a joke, or if these people are revered, because apparently they are aware, like, they know, like, you know, magic and shit. And like, Alec there is talking about how great they are. So it's like, the fact that they're all like womanly people with beards, is that supposed to be funny? Or is this pushing forward the acceptance and agenda of, you know, trans people throughout the world? That's a little bit heavy. I'm just going to read some comments from the horrible, horrible, horrible Mother 3 stream from a billion years ago. Let's start with Main Mind Moo asked, Ryan, I thought all this stuff with you, and it was live. I didn't know they were all pre-recorded videos. There's this kind of thing where none of it is really live. None of it was ever really live. Like, how it was I would be commenting on a video or on a thing while I was playing it, which worked really great for Ocarina of Time, because I know Ocarina of Time kind of like, you know, in the back of my hand. Like, you know, just that beginning portion of the game kind of made it possible. That first episode I did where I played it for like an hour, and I just like was like zip, 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 and was able to read comments at the same time, and I was doing fairly well at the game. Thumbs up, that's great. And then I realized that if a game requires more thought from me, like Majora's Mask, then I need to pre-record the gameplay and then add in the thing afterwards. And then I figured, well, maybe I should try doing a live stream of a game I'm very comfortable with, or a game that has boring bits, such as Mother 3, because Mother 3 kind of, you know, is really grindy. Not to say that I'm not having a hell of a time playing Mother 3. Mother 3 is it is the funnest experience I think I've had with a JRPG, like, ever. Like, I never get sick of it. I think the only other one would probably be Legend of Dragoon, which is a fun time. Anyway, so yeah, that's where the concept of live streams come from. Plus, I find the thing with live streams is the quality. Like, I feel like people like post shorter comments on the live streams. Like, whereas if the video is pre-recorded, then they can post longer stuff, which is great. Thumbs up. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. MP says, why would I want to skip the best part? I don't know. Why would you want to skip the best part? Ben Bronner remembers loving the episode of Oblivion where I complained about having to kill the members of the Shade Hall Sanctuary. It was appropriate levels of humor and cheesiness. That was all real, okay? I was crying after that episode. Wasn't that the one where I was like, really, oh man, I really don't want to kill these people, while I'm, you know, dragging bodies around and like putting them behind barrels? Targanos88 says that he thinks I should stick to pre-recording my Internet People videos. A live stream works well with something like my Minecraft video, but with this it seemed like a bit of a hassle. I recall in several of my Majora Mask ones, Amp wanted you to do them live, and you were so against it because you felt like you were focusing too much on gameplay versus answering questions. I think part of the problem is either not enough comments or none that are long enough to help chew up time. I know Jacoby's comments and replies to him help eat a big up chunk. And talking is really hard. Help eat up a big chunk of time, but I think we should all have as much to say about things so that you aren't left with either a short Internet People or have to scramble around for comments on other videos. Nice thumbnail, by the way. Oh yeah, the thumbnail was the I don't know what I'm doing, like, science dog. That's an excellent, like, that's an excellent image. That's before image macros got awful. Like, does anyone remember when image macros were hilarious? Like that fucking dog. And now, like, all of them are the worst. All of them are so bad. But yeah, I get it. You know, streams, I'm bad at them, I think, is the issue. I think it would probably be better at them if there were more people on them. because it's like just that grounding of not having to constantly talk all the time is very helpful. Yeah. Let's see. Ben Bronner says, I agree with Tarkinus 88 with the preference of post-recorded Internet People videos. Yes, that's the general gist from everyone. Originally, I didn't like it when you switched, but eventually I noticed they were a lot more structured. Plus, you have those times when sometimes run out of gameplay and keep going for 10 minutes to a blank screen, which is hilarious. And questionable karaoke time. What are we talking about? Questionable karaoke? It's excellent karaoke. I will have you know that I play on expert vocals on Rock Band and routinely get 100%. In fact, for the longest time, I had the highest score on Master Exploder on Rock Band 2. I'll give you a little sample. That is a fucking fun karaoke song. Anyway, Benjamin Bronner also goes on to say, I agree with your point on Elder Scrolls game. The first game I played was Oblivion, and I find it to be far superior to both Skyrim and its predecessors. It plays partially into the nostalgia you reference, also mixes the best of Morrowind and Skyrim. Its graphics are closer to Skyrim in realism, while its quests are more similar to Morrowind and actually being interesting. Yeah, but the thing with Oblivion is Oblivion just has the best quests. Like, you can't, like, undeniably. Oblivion's quests are... It's like, it feels like Oblivion's quests were made by a writer, whereas, like, they placed a lot of emphasis on making the actual quest bits fun. Whereas in Skyrim, it's like the overall plot seems to be written by the writer, where, with, you know, the quests themselves are just like, the quests themselves are made by a game designer. If that makes any sense. And then in Morrowind, like, Morrowind was just like, it was all made by a game designer, but a game designer with a really sweet idea for a cool world. We've talked about Skyrim and Morrowind and Oblivion. Out the butt. Alright. And Takobi says, Mother 3, the only game where you can fight against the yams. That's not true. In Morrowind, you can put a yam on the ground and hit it. It won't do anything, but you can fight it. I'd love to see machinimas in Morrowind. Machinimas are delicious. Machinimas are fun to do, but there was a lot of effort required. And I just, like, have this... I have, like, a bunch of, like, at this point, I've realized now I have a bunch of disconnected plot ideas, and I'm just trying to think of a really good way to stick them all together. I guess I'm gonna do that. At the end of Telvanni, which I'm getting very close to. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, Kobe says, your viewers are a bunch of misfits? Interesting. I think it would be too much an invasion of privacy to ask where your viewers are from according to your statistics. Why not? That's not an invasion of privacy. I have actually a pretty wide viewer base. A lot of people, like, it's not like, this isn't really like the core, like the 20 to 40 people who watch every video. This is like all of it, which is mostly people that come in from New Vegas. But let's have a quick look. You're interested in where from? 1 second. Hold your horses. I'm looking at shit right now. All right, sorted by minutes watched, which is a wonderful statistic. United States, obviously, on top, because the United States is the one that uses the internet the most. English-speaking country that uses the internet the most and watches, you know, terrible YouTube videos. Gosh. Then the UK. 100,000 from the UK versus 400,000 from the United States. Then Canada, 40,000, which makes sense, you know, population-wise. And then Germany, 21,000 minutes watched from Germany. I'm pretty sure that's all Takobi. And then Brazil, you know, these are all in the 10,000 range. Brazil, Australia, Netherlands, Sweden, Finland, New Zealand, etc., etc., etc. Then down the list... apparently, the least... Well, actually, I think this just lists literally every country. Oh, yeah, it does list every country. Apparently, no one from Zimbabwe has watched any of my videos. How sad. How terrible and sad. Anyway. That's an interesting... I love the statistics. I think they're fun. Takobi says, I thought we were through with those. No more streams, please. Oh, sorry. If you really want to do them, please keep them at a low dose. I kind of like the Minecraft ones, though. people. I like the ones where it's not it's not an idea for people to come and watch them, but like people to just like show up and maybe like see something while it's happening. The problem is it's such a pain in the ass to set up. Might as well not even bother. I am looking for a Takobi comment, but he replies to himself, so it's kind of weird to find stuff. Oh, yes, Sex Bot episode from, oh, God, the channel trailer. Ever since I got sick, like, I got, like, super flu, like fever dream, like, super flu, because I was recently on vacation for 2 weeks, and the first week of that was just me being absurdly sick, and I was, it was the worst. And then the week after that was just like my voice being too bad to record Let's Plays, and now I still, like, my voice isn't 100%, so I don't want to do Darksiders, because I know there's going to be a point at which I'm going to want to do like a voice, and I can't pull that off for more than like half a second, because, well, you know, Darksiders is a little bit boring. But at least I got Just Cause now, which I don't even know if I'm going to record another thing, even though I always have a fantastic time while I'm playing it. Anyway, Takobi continues to say, just one discussion. It would be great if you could announce future periods of prolonged absence on the message board of your channel, so we may not sit here like doofuses wondering what the fuck is happening. I don't know, I'm sorry. I got sick. I didn't know. Plus, I was all fevery and in a bed. Again, and I didn't even internet most of that time. I sat watching reruns of Star Trek. And, oh no, I watched a lot of Adventure Time. Christ. Oh god, so much Adventure Time. Also playing Minecraft. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can do in Minecraft. Like a fever brain is perfect for the boring shit in Minecraft. Like, oh, let's do a, like, gigantic, stupid tower. Let's just sit there and, like, place blocks for hours on end. So that's what I did. I sat there and I placed blocks for hours on end. Anyway. There have been so many unexcused absences of you lately that I'm inclined to persuade you to start a Dark Souls Let's Play to satisfy our sadistic impulses. Nope, that's not ever going to happen. Also, I think the only appropriate kind of torture would be for you to play Final Fantasy 13. It's just plain horrible. Final Fantasy 13, it's an excellent game. Is that the one with the hallways? Is that the one that the game is just hallways? Because that, I remember thinking that game was fun looking. Like, I could play that. Lots of graphics and shit. And, like, a fun, like, you know, active battle system. That's great. I love that, right? Okay. Speaking of active battle systems, look at this shit on the screen. Look at that awesome dragon. Or whatever. No, it's a Drago. It's not quite a dragon. It's missing the N. Anyway, Darkina says, how about some of The Incredible Machine? I don't know what The Incredible Machine is. Is that a video game? Now I'm going to look this up. The Incredible Machine series is a series of computer games that were originally designed and coded by Kevin Ryan and produced by James Tunnell. Oh my god. It's one of those horrible fucking games that you see on the, like, Windows-based games. I think I played this. It's like the sort of thing where you make like you have to try and make a stupid Rube Goldberg in order to make like a two-dimensional Rube Goldberg in order to get something to move from a thing to a basket or whatever. The sort of thing that you see like 8 umpteen versions of on Newgrounds. That's awful. Oh well. Okay. So, I'm out of comments on that video in particular. There are a few things I want to talk about, and I'm glad that I managed to get through those comments. Mostly by not responding to them very well. No, I'm glad that I managed to get through those comments quickly because there are things that I wanted to talk about. One was this person, the fucking best person in the entire world. YouTube.com/flurry is a nice word. FLURRYISANICEWORD. Because recently, for anyone who follows Game Grumps, I like to watch Game Grumps. Well, I didn't like to watch Game Grumps actually when John was in there. Like, I stopped watching it. But then they switched out John, or Jontron, for this guy named Danny, and Danny is the best guy in the entire world. Like, Danny is my favorite ever. Let's see. And flurry is a nice word. This is so great. Let me just find a thing. Flurry is a nice word is just so full of hatred. He is just absurdly full of hatred. He posts comments on all the new Game Grumps videos with Danny because he really wants John back. But he kind of switches things. Okay, let's see. one of his comments on Super Mario Bros. 2, the silent majority will be heard. We could join forces with the bro army and make these videos have more dislikes than likes. 2 more days, Aaron. And then a day after that, bring back John or I'll unsub. Like if you agree. And then a few days, like 1 day later, Aaron, you have 3 days to get rid of this shitty Steam Train thing before me and countless others unsub. This is your last warning. 1 day afterwards. Egoraptor is aptly named. He's pretty cocky to think he can weasel this unfunny Dan asshole in on us. Bring John back in 1 day or I will unsub. 1 day after that, bring John back or I'll unsub. This goes on for weeks on end. Okay. You got 24 hours before I unsub, 3 days later, 2 days before I unsub. I think it's the best. This guy is just full of hatred, just so absolutely chock full of hatred. Now, he talks about being part of the Bro Army, which is the horrible and retarded name of the PewDiePie fanbase, for anyone who is unaware. But he posts, like, comments on PewDiePie videos. PewDiePie started out with good intentions, but it's become a stupid sack of shit who only does videos for the money. Like, he just hates everything, and it is great. I love his comments. It's wonderful. Oh, and then he posts comments about how much he likes Justin Bieber videos. I'm beginning to think that he is, like, a master, hilarious troll. And it is just, it's beautiful. Because there's, okay, let me see if I can find one. I know he's posted comments on Beatles videos. The Beatles Magic Mystery Tour, stereo remastered full album. This is such an Animal Collective ripoff. The Beatles, Rubber Soul, outdated boring music, guitars are lame. Check out some electronic music, plebes. And then immediately before that, he liked Justin Bieber, One Less Lonely Girl. So I just wanted to bring that all to all of your attention, that flurry is a nice word is the best thing on the internet. It's just so fantastic. Oh, goodness. Also, I wanted to share, I really like Danny. Oh my god. If you haven't gone, like, because I imagine there's a lot of you who may have, like, been the same as me, was watching some of the Game Grumps, and then, you know, once John was just, like, became insufferable, kind of, like, the viewership waned. But Danny's fresh in that way, but you have to kind of watch for the games that he plays. Like, for instance, the Legend of Zelda ones are super watchable because you know, Danny and Aaron are super comfortable with that game. But then you got your Mario Sunshine where they're playing it, and it's just very frustrating to watch because the game is literally telling them on the screen what to do, but they're too, like, wrapped up in their own jokes to pay attention, and then they spend an episode doing nothing, which is what John tended to do. But it's worth checking out, my friends. Worth checking out. Speaking of things worth checking out, this video game that I've been conveniently ignoring in the background, not a whole lot interesting happened, except for the fact that I killed a Mecha Drago. This is kind of an interesting plot in this game, like the idea of the pigmen coming and irresponsibly using technology to basically amuse themselves. That is the plot of this game, and I like how it kind of weaves in Klaus and Klaus, I don't know, Santa Claus, and Lucas. I think this might just spoilers, but I think this might be the last time he plays Flint, because Lucas is the you know, the one that every single NPC refers to as a crybaby constantly. Lucas is the main character in this, and I think I get to play as him in the next chapter. Maybe not. Not sure. We'll see. It's coming up very shortly, so we'll get to see that. But thanks for watching. Please leave a comment. I will respond to it next week for sure, because back into the schedule, man. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with me being on forever. Sorry for being sick and whatnot. And I'll definitely do the next one as live stream. Hooray!